Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again here to bring you another video. This one's going to be a different kind of video. I've been doing these from time to time, and actually they're turning out pretty good, so I decided to do some more. These are going to be my personal breakdown of fictional matchups for superheroes or characters in any kind of literature that I just find to be interesting. So, with the two biggest movies of the summer this summer going to be The Avengers and Batman The Dark Knight Rises, I thought, why not do a matchup for the comic book versions of the characters? And this matchup is going to be Batman versus Captain America. So these two characters are two of the biggest characters from any comic book distributor or company. You have from Marvel, pretty much Captain America. In terms of his stature at Marvel, I'd probably put him definitely in the top 5 of their most popular characters. Number 1 would probably be Spider-Man. Number 2 would probably be Wolverine, Captain America, Iron Man, the Hulk, or Thor. You know, those you can mix in any which way you want. I'm not really sure. Depending on who's writing and illustrating the books, you know, each one could be on top, or, you know, it just depends. In recent years, Brubaker has done an amazing job, I think personally, of writing Captain America. I think it's one of the best books out there if you were to look back in the last 5-10 years. His run on Captain America has been amazing, absolutely amazing. I would recommend to anyone who has not read Brubaker's run on Cap to definitely go pick it up. You can pick up the omnibus, you know, for pretty cheap, for probably around $50 to $80 on eBay type thing, or, you know, if you just want to read it online or whatever. Anyways, it's a great read. It's really interesting, and Captain America is probably my favorite Marvel hero. Him or Wolverine, one of the two. And then coming from DC, you have my absolute favorite hero, which is Batman. I mean, does Batman really need an introduction? He really doesn't. He's pretty much the most popular superhero there is. If not the most popular, you could put him at like number 2 or 3. One of the greatest characters ever created in any kind of literature, fiction, anything. Not just comic books, probably, in my opinion, the best character ever created. And, you know, in a lot of people's as well. So that being said, I am a little bit biased, but I try to be in this matchup, you know, completely unbiased. So here's how we're going to break it down. These two have met before in the 90s. I think it was the late 90s. We had the Marvel versus DC breakdown, and in that, the victor was Batman. Even though I'm pretty sure the voting was close, fans did pick Batman to take that. So let's break down their skills. Obviously, they're both incredibly strong for being almost regular human beings. Captain America being a super soldier, but he's closer. He's not at the level of like Thor, Hulk, or Superman. He's more closer to the level of a average human than being one of these, you know, overpowered just monsters like Sentry, Superman, you know, any of the others, Hulk, any of the crazy powerful, you know, people or beings, I should say, since a lot of them aren't exactly humans. So in terms of strength and the breakdown of the two, Captain America is reported in the encyclopedia as being 240 pounds and 6'2". Batman also 6'2", but 210 pounds. So in terms of strength, I think that if they were both in the same universe and they came together, you'd have to go with Cap, just because he's got more muscle mass, he's bigger, a little bit, not too much bigger, 30 pounds, so it's not an incredible amount, but, you know, he's bigger, and also he has the super soldier serum, so that makes him pretty much as strong, actually stronger than any human could possibly be, by, you know, a good amount. So strength's got to go to Cap. I'll go 10-9 on that one. Because it's not a huge gap. I think Batman is still really strong for being, you know, just a regular human being. He obviously has trained his whole life to do what he does. So in terms of strength, just a 10-9 for Cap. For speed, I'm going to go 10-9 also in favor of Captain America. I think that the Super Soldier Serum gives him that boost, but it's not a crazy amount of boost. It's not to the level where Batman can't keep up with him. It's not like the Flash or something. But it's, you know, it's enough of a boost to give him another point there. So strength and speed go to Cap. 2 points in the lead. Going to experience, this category is really no question. Yes, Captain America has a lot of experience in World War II, but he was frozen for all those years. He's got experience as part of the Avengers, but he is nowhere near the league of Batman in terms of experience. In terms of experience, Batman absolutely crushes Captain America. I mean, who doesn't he crush in terms of experience? You know, he's been fighting crime, doing this thing for so long that there's really nobody out there that knows as much about the psychology of villains, villainry, fighting, crime, all these types of things. So in terms of experience and just tactical knowledge, practical knowledge of a fight, you know, positioning, environment, all these kinds of things. With experience, you have to go with Batman. That's a severe advantage. I'm going to go 10-8 with that one. So that puts them at a tie. Even though Cap has the strength and speed, Batman's got the experience, and experience is very, very useful in terms of fighting. Going on from there, toughness. I think that both of them are really close in terms of toughness. I don't know if you can say that one is really that much tougher than the other. So in this category, I'm going to give them a tie. We'll go 10-10 for this one because I just don't really think that stamina-wise or you know, damage-wise, one would be able to absorb more than the other. I think they're pretty much both the same in this category. You know, even though maybe the Super Soldier Serum makes Captain America, I don't know if he's got if he heals faster than a normal person. I can't remember, but you know, either way, I'd still have to put them at equal in that category. And then when it comes down to technique, technique obviously being extremely important, even in the real world, even in real fighting. You look at guys like back in the early UFC days, mixed martial arts, actual real fighting days, where they didn't even wear gloves or anything like that. You had a guy like Hoist Gracie come in and beat guys that were like 100 pounds heavier than him using one thing and one thing, well, two things. Technique, number one, and number two, just toughness, not giving up and, you know, going for it. Using the proper technique, was able to beat guys because of the difference in technique between the two. So in terms of technique between Batman and Captain America, I got to go with Batman in this one. I'd say that's a 10-8 too. I think that even though Captain America's got his boxing and his judo, Batman is a master of pretty much every martial art there is. So he can put in, you know, anything, you know, like for example, judo does have weaknesses. Judo is weak against wrestling, against jiu-jitsu, and this is real world too. What else? Good kickboxing, I'd say. Boxing is weak against kickboxing. So, you know, in that category, you got to go with Batman. So, in terms of the breakdown of this one, I'm going to go with Batman. I think it's pretty simple why you would want to. Experience and his technique is better. It's just in another league. Even though Cap is a little bit quicker and, you know, a little bit stronger than him, Batman's faced a lot of guys who are, you know, quicker than him, stronger than him before, and just with his mind is able to defeat them. Plus, he's got the gadgets too. That goes in with the technique as well. That Batman has, you know, formed a fighting style even beyond just hand-to-hand combat. He's able to use his gadgets. If you want to bring in the shield and say, well, Cap's got the shield though, yeah, but Batman's got a million gadgets, you know, that he can use, batarangs and all kinds of stuff. I think that easily outweighs the usefulness of just a shield, the versatility of his, you know, grappling hooks, all his different tools. Just bring him in a little bit of a different level, I think, to Captain America. So when it comes down to who would win, Batman versus Captain America, Trev says Batman every time. Later, guys.